Hey everyone, Dr. K again from the Annex and Eiselborn Chiropractic and Physical Therapy. So we know, again, you guys are at home and we gave you guys a couple of upper body workouts that you could do with resistance bands. So today we're going to focus on lower body. So we're going to give a couple exercises, around 10, that you can do just with a resistance band with exercise. So again, different colors correspond with different resistance. So make sure you're not doing anything too heavy, but also push yourself a little bit and don't do anything too light. So I'm gonna grab my band here. So first one we're gonna do, I'm gonna use my pole again with the loops. So again, bed frames, anything like that will work just fine. So I'm gonna come down here, I'm gonna loop it down here. I'm gonna tie a knot. So do this also on bed frame. If you have a chair and you can have someone sit in it or put some books or something heavy on it. All right, so I made just a loop. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step in here. Let's see, I'll come on this side so you guys can see better. Step in here with one foot, okay? Have it comfortable down at the ankle. Stepped in it with one foot. Ideally, you would have something to hold on to. So whether it be a chair, anything you have at home. I unfortunately don't have anything, so it's a little more challenging. Your balance is really going to be tested on this. So step out so that you have some resistance, but don't do anything crazy yet. You can always progress further. So we're going to do hip flexion, so that hip's going to come out this way. So my knee is going to stay straight during this, and I'm going to bring my leg out like this and back. Again, pretend I'm holding on to something on either side, whatever is comfortable for you. But going out front and back, just like that. You would do this on both legs. Again, start with 1 set of 10 if you haven't done these before, 2 sets, 3 sets, base it on your fitness level. You then go ahead and switch to the other foot, do the same thing. Next one we're gonna do, same thing, but a different direction. So you're gonna end up doing 4 directions on this. So kind of think of it as similar to when we did on the last exercise, when we did upper body and we did the neck ones. You know how we did the 360 and we did each direction? Same thing on this one. So now I'm gonna be stepping in it again. What I like to do for this one is I like to step in it with my other foot so it's nice and even. Again, I would have something that I'd be holding on to right out in front like this. Knee stays straight, I'm nice tall, I'm not hip hinging here, nice tall here. Leg is gonna come out to the side, just like that. Again, hold on to something, just like that. You will feel this leg working. By the time you get to your second round, whether you're doing flexion here, this is called abduction, just like this, you'll start feeling this leg working like crazy. So your glute medius here is a big stabilizer of the hip, and that's gonna be really firing to keep you steady and upright, just like this. Next one, now we're just turning a little bit again, and we're facing this way. My left leg is gonna come out of this. Again, have something on either side that you can hold on to. Nice tall posture, I'm not bending here. Knee stays straight, and I'm just going backwards like this. Getting some hamstring and some glute action going on just like this. Again, that left leg is still working. Then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna turn this way. Well, I'll walk with you guys this way. So I'm gonna turn this way. My left leg is gonna go back a little bit like this. Try and have something to hold on to again. I can't emphasize that enough. You will be working balance like crazy on this. You're now gonna bring this leg kind of over and across like that. Don't do what I just did where your foot comes on the ground. So keep that knee straight, across and back, just like that. Something to hold on to on either side, whatever is comfortable for you. It doesn't necessarily do that. Okay, so those are the first 4. Next ones we're gonna do, I'm gonna grab my pre-made loop one. Like I showed you guys last time, you can do the same thing with your band by just tying it in a knot and making it whatever length loop you need, okay? But I'm gonna show you my pre-made one. So I'm gonna walk this way and we're gonna come on the runway over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually step into this. If your balance is not that great, sit down to do this. So I'm gonna step in it. I'm gonna have this one at my ankles. If you want it a little easier, you can have it right above your knees. If you want it a little harder, you can have it at your toes like So, but I'm gonna do it on my ankles. I'm gonna show you kind of that mid-range one. So we're gonna be at the ankles. Slight little bend in the knees. Make sure the knees are behind the toes. My knees are not coming too far forward. So it's kind of like a mini squat. Hands wherever you feel comfortable. Back is upright, and you're just gonna walk side to side. Just like this. So we call these crab walks. You're gonna go down and back. If you don't have a lot of space in your house, that's fine. You can go here and just keep going. But that's fine. Next we're gonna do similar concept, but now we're gonna turn and we're gonna face forward. So I'm gonna be facing forward. Same thing, that slight little bend. Now I'm gonna be walking kind of at a diagonal. So we call these monster walks. So I'm here. Same thing, knees behind the toes. Back is upright. I'm gonna come here together, just like that. You're gonna go down, and then I always like having my patients go backwards, coming back. Just like that. Okay? All right, next we're gonna do, we're actually gonna leave this on. So, I call these stars. They're really not stars at all, so I don't really know why I call them stars, but I like it. So, I'm gonna be working my right foot mainly right now. Same setup for the crab walks and the monster walks. That slight bend, upright posture. You're gonna be here, you're gonna come up, side, back. Up, side, back. If you want a little cardio, you can go a little faster. And then you would do the same thing on the other side. Up, side, back. Whatever speed. I always say start out slow and controlled. That's always better. And to be honest, the slower you do it, the harder it is sometimes. Okay, next ones are gonna come back over here to the post. So all my papers are flying everywhere. All right, I'm gonna put this back on my loop. I'm gonna tie a knot that is gonna hold this time. So you guys do this at home too. Tie it on that bed frame that you have. Okay, just like we did the 4 ways of the hip, you're gonna step into it again. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see if we can move this one real quick. I'm gonna go a little higher. Let's see, let's go in this one. So on your bedpost, you're gonna wanna pull it up a little bit on your bedpost. I'm just moving it to a different loop that I have here. All right, so I'm gonna step in it again. This time, it's gonna go kind of by my knee, okay? You're gonna step out where you have a pretty decent amount of resistance, okay? And you're just holding it there. You're gonna start with your knee bent like this. You're gonna engage those muscles, nice upright posture, and you're gonna pull it back. The key with this one is that band, when I go back this way, it's gonna wanna pull me. I don't wanna let it. I wanna pull, and I wanna go slow and controlled back. Straighten, slow and controlled back. Straighten, slow and controlled back. We do these with a lot of post-surgical patients. People think that they look really easy, and people think that they're just for, you know, that post-surgical rehab. But if you do a good amount of these and a lot of reps and increase the weight, they are actually pretty challenging, and they're really functional exercises. Okay, last ones we're gonna do, let me undo this band, or let's just save some time. Let me grab another band. Grab this band, I'm gonna grab my pre-made loop one, and we're gonna walk just over here on the mat, okay? We're gonna go right here. We're actually gonna be laying down now. So yoga mat, carpet, whatever you want. All right, I'm gonna loop this, and it's gonna go around my knees. You're gonna lay down kind of in that like mermaid posture. You're gonna be here. So my knees are stacked, my hips are stacked on top of each other, my feet are stacked on top of each other. The key with this one is when you do this exercise, you wanna make sure that your hips don't roll backwards. So I'm gonna open this way. A lot of times people will roll their hips. See, my hips are rolling and my hips are back like this. We don't want that. We want your hips to stay stacked. So that's all I'm gonna open then. And then back. So a lot of times, so I put my hand here so I can feel my hip rolling backwards and I know where to stop. If you can't figure this out the first time, I tell a lot of my patients to do it against a wall. It's gonna prevent them, and they literally can't go anywhere if they're doing it against a wall. So these are clamshells. You're just opening and closing, just like that, okay? Last ones we're gonna do are bridges. So I'm gonna take my band, the non-looped band, and be laying on my back. This band is gonna go kind of right across my hips. Your hands are gonna be doing a lot of the resistance, so loop it so you have a good hold on it. I like putting my hands kind of up underneath my butt and holding it here. Feet about hip width. You're gonna tighten that core, squeeze, and lift, just like that. Hold it about 5 seconds, slowly lower back down. Again, squeeze, lift, hold it about 5 seconds, slowly lower down, just like that. And you can do reps. If this is too easy, you can eventually progress to doing one-legged. Lifting, holding, lowering, just like that. All right, and that's lower body. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to message us and we will get back to you guys.